Have you ever stopped to think about who's really behind the profile picture? In an age where we connect with strangers at the click of a button, how do we know who to trust? For some victims, it was too late to ask that question. Welcome to Dark Case Files, the channel where we dive into the chilling world of true crime and explore cases that blur the lines between reality and the digital realm. Today, we're uncovering the story of a predator who used social media not just as a tool for connection, but as a weapon. This is the chilling case of the social media serial killer. Imagine this: a person hiding in plain sight, crafting a perfect online persona designed to deceive and destroy. Their victims were ordinary people, drawn in by charm or promises they couldn't resist. But once ensnared, there was no escape. Over the next half hour, we'll piece together the puzzle of how this killer operated, how law enforcement finally caught up, and what it means for all of us in today's hyper-connected world. But first, let's set the stage. Who was this master manipulator, and why did their crimes send shockwaves through both the real and virtual worlds? To understand the magnitude of this case, we need to step back and examine the social media landscape during the time these events unfolded. It was 2018, a year when platforms like Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter had become integral parts of daily life. People shared everything from vacation photos to intimate details about their lives, often without considering the risks. This open environment created fertile ground for predators like our subject, Marcus Kane. Marcus Kane wasn't always a killer. Born in 1985, he grew up in suburban Ohio, where his childhood seemed unremarkable on the surface. However, those who knew him described him as quiet and reserved, with a knack for making others feel comfortable. As a teenager, Marcus showed early signs of fascination with technology, spending hours tinkering with computers and coding simple programs. By the time he reached adulthood, his skills had evolved into something far more sinister. On social media, Marcus presented himself as a charming entrepreneur named Michael Carter, complete with polished headshots and carefully curated posts showcasing luxury lifestyles. His profiles exuded confidence and success, attracting thousands of followers eager to emulate his perceived greatness. What none of them knew was that beneath this veneer lay a calculating mind, meticulously planning every interaction to reel in unsuspecting victims. The first victim, Emily Harper, was a 24-year-old graphic designer from Chicago. She met Michael on Instagram after liking one of his motivational quotes. Their conversations began innocently enough, casual banter about career goals and hobbies. But soon, Michael started asking personal questions, gradually building trust until Emily felt comfortable sharing her address. Days later, she disappeared without a trace. Emily wasn't alone. Over the next 2 years, 5 more young professionals vanished under similar circumstances. Each had interacted with Michael online, drawn in by his charisma and promises of networking opportunities. None returned home. So how did Marcus Kane, or rather, Michael Carter, manage to pull off such elaborate deceptions? Let's dive deeper into his methodology. Marcus Kane's approach was both sophisticated and terrifyingly simple. He understood human psychology better than most, leveraging vulnerabilities to manipulate his targets. Here's how he worked. First, Marcus created multiple fake accounts across various platforms, each tailored to appeal to specific demographics. On LinkedIn, he posed as a high-powered recruiter offering dream jobs. On Tinder, he flirted with lonely singles looking for love. Even on Reddit, he disguised himself as a sympathetic listener ready to help anyone venting frustrations. These personas allowed him to cast a wide net, increasing his chances of finding vulnerable individuals. Once contact was made, Marcus employed psychological tactics straight out of a playbook for manipulation. He would mirror his victims' interests, creating an illusion of shared values and experiences. For instance, if a target mentioned enjoying photography, Marcus would suddenly share stories about his passion project as a photographer. This technique, known as mirroring, built rapport quickly and effectively. Another key strategy was exploiting FOMO, the fear of missing out. Marcus excelled at creating urgency, convincing victims they needed to act fast to secure a job offer, romantic opportunity, or exclusive event invitation. Many fell prey to this pressure, failing to verify his claims before meeting in person. Digital evidence later revealed chilling examples of his methods. One exchange uncovered during the investigation showed Marcus messaging a victim, "Hey, name, I've got an amazing opportunity for you, but spots are filling up fast. Can we meet tomorrow afternoon?" Another post read, "Life is short. Take risks and live boldly." These words may seem harmless, but in Marcus's hands, they became tools of entrapment. But how long could Marcus keep his web intact? And what happened when law enforcement finally caught wind of his activities? It wasn't until the disappearance of Sarah Thompson, a vibrant 26-year-old marketing specialist, that authorities began connecting the dots. Her family noticed suspicious activity on her social media accounts shortly after she went missing: posts promoting events she never attended, messages from unfamiliar numbers. They reported their concerns to local police, sparking a broader investigation. At first, investigators faced significant hurdles. Unlike traditional murder cases, much of the evidence in this scenario existed solely in cyberspace. Digital forensics teams combed through thousands of data points, analyzing metadata, IP addresses, and geolocation tags. Meanwhile, detectives interviewed friends and colleagues of the missing victims, piecing together timelines of their last interactions. Breakthroughs came slowly but steadily. A tip from a vigilant Reddit user led investigators to discover a pattern. All the victims had interacted with the same LinkedIn profile belonging to Michael Carter. Further analysis revealed that the account belonged to Marcus Kane, whose real-life history included several red flags, including past run-ins with the law for identity theft. Perhaps the most critical piece of evidence emerged when forensic analysts recovered deleted chat logs from Marcus's devices. These logs contained explicit instructions for victims to meet him at secluded locations, along with assurances that nothing bad would happen. Combined with DNA evidence found at one of the crime scenes, the case against Marcus Kane became irrefutable. Yet, solving the case was only part of the battle. The public reaction would prove equally impactful. News of Marcus Kane's arrest sent shockwaves through communities nationwide. Headlines screamed of the dangers lurking behind innocent-looking profiles, prompting widespread debate about online safety. Social media platforms scrambled to tighten security measures, introducing features like two-factor authentication and enhanced reporting tools. Experts weighed in, emphasizing the importance of digital literacy. Dr. Rachel Kim, a psychologist specializing in cybercrime, told reporters, "People tend to lower their guard online because they don't see the physical presence of danger. But the truth is, the internet can be just as perilous as any dark alley." Community forums buzzed with discussions about the case, many users expressing guilt over their own naivety. One commenter wrote, "I used to accept friend requests from strangers all the time. Now I realize how dangerous that could have been." Others called for greater accountability from tech companies, urging them to prioritize user protection over profit margins. Despite heightened awareness, the case left lingering fears about the future of online interactions. Would advancements in AI make it easier for criminals to impersonate others? How could society strike a balance between convenience and caution? In the end, Marcus Kane was convicted on multiple counts of murder and sentenced to life in prison without parole. Yet, his legacy extends far beyond the courtroom. His case serves as a stark reminder of the dual-edged sword that is social media, a platform capable of fostering connection yet also enabling exploitation. As we reflect on this chilling tale, it's crucial to ask ourselves, are we doing enough to protect ourselves and others in the digital age? Technology continues to evolve at breakneck speed, bringing new opportunities and new threats. Staying informed and vigilant is no longer optional, it's essential. Thank you for joining me on this journey through the dark side of social media. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think cases like these will become more common as technology advances? Until next time, stay safe out there.